Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. This is a massive day for the DCEU. This is a massive DCEU daily. So welcome, with no further ado, to Thursday's edition of the DCEU daily. These are your headlines you're waking up to or coming home from work to. Right, let's get into it. Will Smith will no longer be in Suicide Squad 2. In fact, he never was. Aquaman will be released in August 2022. And Warner Brothers are confident about their new DCEU strategy. In an interview, this is what they say. Interviewer: the DC Universe is a key franchise for Warner Brothers, but results have been mixed. How has your strategy changed? The upcoming slate, yes, we have a slate. The upcoming slate with Shazam, Joker, Wonder Woman 1984 and Birds of Prey feels like we're on the right track. We have the right people in the right jobs working on it. The universe isn't as connected as we thought it was going to be 5 years ago. You're seeing much more focus on individual experiences around individual characters. That's not to say we won't at some point come back to that notion of a more connected universe, but it feels like that's the right strategy for us right now. What finally clicked, Warner Brothers, what Patty Jenkins did on Wonder Woman illustrated to us what you could do with these characters who are not Batman and Superman. Obviously, we want to get those two in the right place. Key dialogue, that is. Let me repeat to you. We want to get Batman and Superman in the right place, right? And we want strong movies around Batman and Superman. Key. But Aquaman is a perfect example of what we can do. They're each unique and the tone's different in each movie. Wow, wow, wow. Warner Brothers are being so vocal now. They want you to know that they are confident about their DCEU strategy. They want you to know that Superman and Batman are very, very important. We know that Batman is coming, but there's been a lot of nonsense being spoken about. I nearly said another word, but there's been a lot of nonsense being spoken about Superman being arrested. In this piece of dialogue here, I found this, I took this from Twitter, so I don't know who the interview was between, but this is clearly from Warner Brothers. This is official, and Superman is very, very important. Shall I read it to you one more time so you don't keep on going on Twitter saying, oh, Superman's arrested. If Superman's arrested, I'm going to boycott the DCEU. I'll tell you again what was said. Right. In this bit, right, where are we? What Patty Jenkins did on Wonder Woman illustrated to us what you could do with these characters who are not Batman and Superman. Obviously, we want to get those two in the right place, and we want strong movies around Batman and Superman. But Aquaman is a perfect example of what we can do. They're each unique and the tone's different in each movie. Again, very key pieces of dialogue. So let's look at this, right? They're literally saying that they want Batman and Superman to be the stable of the universe, but really strong, unique movies around them. That person also said about what I've been saying on these videos about a universe within universes. So you've got this DCEU, but every universe is different. Every film has a different tone. You see, the MCU have the same tone for everything, but what the DCEU want to do, and if you read any DC comic, you can see that each of these worlds has a different universe in one universe. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's become this obsession, oh, well, if it's an MCU movie, then the colour palettes all have to be the same. No. What Warner Brothers are saying here, your colour palettes don't have to be the same in every film. The music doesn't have to be the same in every film. The tone doesn't have to be the same in every film. But this is a massive statement. For the first time, they're being vocal about Superman, because we know Batman's happening. We know Matt Reeves is developing a Batman movie, The Batman, which will be later called something else, right? We know they're casting a new Batman. But this, my friends, is very, very exciting. This is like confirming a Superman film without actually confirming it. They said they want to get Superman in the right place. I'm assuming this may take some time. I'm a patient man. You should all be patient. That means they're not resting the character. I'm still in the kind of thought process of thinking that Superman will next show up in Supergirl. That's how I see it. Maybe before we get a Superman film, but who knows? And who knows who's even playing Superman now? It's looking more and more plausible, as I said a couple of days ago in my video, that Henry Cavill won't be Superman anymore. And people are going to have to take that or leave that. What's important to me as a Superman fan, and I love Henry Cavill as Superman, but what's more important is the character of Superman, and he's done right, and he's given the films, and they find a way, because us Superman fans find him interesting already, but they've got to find a way to make him interesting to the mainstream audience, like they made Captain America interesting to the mainstream audience. And Captain America isn't necessarily this interesting character, but somehow we've fallen in love with him via the MCU. And this is what has to happen with Superman. This is a beautiful statement for any DC fan, any DCEU fan, and, any Superman fan. This is massive. This is massive. So that's enough about that. Wow, wow, wow. Superman will be involved. We will see a Superman film. It will be announced. They want to get him in the right place. Awesome. Right. No Will Smith in Suicide Squad 2. What do we all think about that? I want to see reactions in the comments below. My opinion is, I don't really care. It's a little sad. I loved Will Smith and what he did with his Deadshot character. I think his chemistry with Margot Robbie, aka Harley Quinn, was awesome. But I'm not that disappointed. And shall I tell you why? Because I know the kind of casting that James Gunn is going to bring to the Suicide Squad sequel. And when you hear about who he's casting, you ain't going to care. Both in terms of actors and in terms of DC characters, you are going to be very, very pumped about who he's bringing in. So don't worry about Will Smith not being involved. He's going to be too busy being Glue in Aladdin, so we'll let him get on with that. But yeah, Will, for the short time you were Deadshot, I thought you were awesome. But you know what? We don't need you. So if it's your decision, Will, you go with my blessing. The DCEU moves on. The DC moves on to this new kind of plan that Warner Brothers have got for it. And I'm really, really excited. The Hollywood Reporter, which is Warner Brothers' mouthpiece now, has announced that Aquaman 2 will be released in 2022. August, I think. Again, very, very vocal from Warner Brothers, making sure we know their plan. Because originally, in the inception of the DCEU, we never used to get any public speeches. We never used to be told the direction of this franchise. We are now getting people telling us where we are headed. We know there's an Aquaman spin-off coming, a Trench spin-off, which either will land the same year as Aquaman 2, we don't know about that, or maybe will be a kind of teaser for Aquaman 2 a couple of years before. We may get the Trench movie next year or 2021. I don't know. But it's very, very exciting to know that Aquaman 2 will happen in 2022. Why 2022? Well, James Wan's a very busy man. I'm sure he'll be working on other things. I think he's still working on some kind of Knight Rider spin-off, kind of Knight Rider reboot as well. Grew up with Knight Rider, love Knight Rider. Hope he's still involved in that. But Hollywood Reporter is not known if James Wan will direct it. He's going to direct this movie, and he'll probably get a written credit as well. He wasn't really involved with the writing of the film last time. I think he will have, it was like Patty Jenkins. She directed Wonder Woman. This time she wrote the movie with Jeff Johns. Really, really important. So Warner Brothers are really looking to sort things out within the DC film universe. But I tell you what, the DC Universe streaming service original content is fucking awesome. And guess what? They have announced that Superboy will be in season 2 of Titans. How awesome is that? It's all happening. I love Superboy. I really do. I love the character of Superboy. I thought that Singer in Superman Returns missed such a great opportunity. Instead of having this Jason nonsense, it could have been Superboy, right? It could have been amazing, but they missed the opportunity, and he was too obsessed with Richard Donner's version of Superman. I wouldn't be a Superman fan without that film, but come on. Anyway, yes, it's exciting. Superboy is going to be in Titans Season 2. Does this mean they're keeping their roster they had in Season 1? Will they get rid of someone? I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting. He could just be a new member. So I'm excited to see this version of Superboy. This is awesome because obviously there's going to, Superboy is created by Lex Luthor in the comics. I don't think they'll stray from that. They're going to need, I think they'll definitely introduce Lex Luthor into Titans Season 2 as well. So I'm really, really excited for that, what that means. I still haven't finished watching Titans Season 1. Once I do, I'll let you know what I think of it. But I'm on episode 6 or 7 now, so I am getting there. But so much on. So difficult to complete anything. I used to watch so many shows when I was young and carefree, and now with so many responsibilities, it's difficult, but I will get through it because I'm really into this DC Universe content. I'm excited about their future plans as well. So today, my friends, it's been a very, very good day. If you're a DC fan, if you're a DCEU fan. But I tell you what, my friends, if you're a Superman fan and all this time you've been frustrated with the lack of a mention, what they're going to do with Superman, today you can be excited. Today you can be proud because Warner Brothers have said they want to place Superman in the right position. Now, there's still this Michael B. Jordan thing. Now, former Superman Dean Cain, who actually blocked me on Twitter, and I wasn't rude to him, but he blocked me because there was this subject of him being a Trump supporter, and I might have said something. It wasn't rude, it wasn't bad. He obviously didn't like it. Anyway, he blocked me. Anyway, Dean Cain, a Trump supporter of all people, has said he's down for Michael B. Jordan playing Superman. Let me explain to you where I am here, right? It's quite simple. Michael B. Jordan would be an awesome Elseworld Superman. That would be awesome. But casting him as Kal-El in Earth 1 would create a very poisonous environment. Not as far as I'm concerned. I'm being honest with you. I'm talking about all the fandom. Having this YouTube channel, doing the DCEU Daily, I'm representing DC in a way. And I represent every single fan and every single fan's wants and needs. That's important. I'm not just here for DCEU fans. I'm not just here for Zack Snyder fans. I'm here for all DC fans. And I must represent what they want. And, Michael B. Jordan, for obvious reasons, as Earth 1 Kal-El, would create a poisonous environment. But Michael B. Jordan, as an Elseworld Superman, would be absolutely fantastic. And I think we would all welcome that, along with Henry Cavill's Superman, or whoever they choose to play Kal-El. We've got to box clever here. We've got to understand that, DC is a universe for everyone. And absolutely having an Elseworld Black Superman played by the fantastic Michael B. Jordan is representative, is beautiful, it's what this world should be striving towards these days within its movies, but its movies should still be entertaining, and shouldn't leave the entertainment at the door. So there's a place for everything and everyone within the DCEU, and I think Michael B. Jordan would be absolutely fantastic as an Elseworld Kal-El, and I hope it happens. I really do. But it's exciting right now. We know they have plans for Superman now, or they're trying to structure Superman in the right position. And until they do that, we've got to be patient. I am happy with what they're doing. They say they're confident in their kind of plan for the DCEU. I'm confident with what they're doing. Aquaman would have been a car crash without Walter Hamada's input. And I'm just happy that movie was saved and it made the money it did. Shazam, I think will make a lot of money. I think it will do well. I'm not saying it's going to reach the $1 billion realm, but it's going to do well. And we all know the budget's so small. $90 million is chicken feed for a Hollywood movie these days, especially a superhero movie. So if they can clear 600 million, it's a win, isn't it? I mean, we know that, but I think this film could do well. It's everything that the audience love, especially the time of year. If you think about it, you've got Easter time, it's April, isn't it? So It's about a month after Captain Marvel. Very, very interesting what happens with Shazam. I'm predicting a success. I'm predicting success for the DCEU Warner Brothers strategy now, because I tell you what's important, as well as them talking about how they want to place Superman in the right place, how they want to place other films around Batman and Superman as strongly. It's that they're talking to us. Warner Brothers are now talking to us via the Hollywood Reporter. That is very, very important. We now have a relationship with Warner Brothers. We're not guessing, and there's less rumours now. There's more facts and less rumours. And that, my friends, as DC fans, is what everyone should want. Well, thank you very much to every DC fan who tunes into my videos. I love you. I'm not good looking. I'm not professional, I'm not trained, but I tell you something, I love my movies and I love my TV shows, and I love the fact that you turn up to watch me talk about them. It's like we're down the pub and talking about our favourite stuff together. I'll see you tomorrow for another DCEU Daily.